Hey everyone, it's John again, playing some Immaculate Grid. I'm gonna go back and play, I believe, Grid 21. And just I haven't played it before. See how I do playing an old grid without these new categories. So there's minimum uh one position played at a for a team. There's some new categories. No hitter was thrown in there the other day. There's some interesting ones. It's a lot of fun. I'm just gonna go replay the classics. Had an all right game today, actually. I just played, it was grid 264, and I got under a minute. Um, for whatever reason, I'm just like, where do I play Jose Guillen? And I probably shouldn't have played him when in the timed round. I should have saved him for the rarity round. Well. Um, but yeah, I couldn't come up with any really good Diamondback uh pirates that I didn't use somewhere else. So I went with Jay Bell, and turns out he was pretty popular. So well, let's see how. I think it's grid number 21, but yeah, I guess I need to let's see, I'll play this one. And this isn't Google Chrome, so I should have my old grid somewhere. I was right, it is 220 or number 21 from April 24th of this past year. Oh, shoot. There we go. All right. I'm rocking and rolling now. Mike Hampton. I was kind of flat-footed there. Gotta believe Henry Aaron was a 20-something time All-Star. And let's go with David Justice for Rookie of the Year. Great. Carlos Lee. That's gotta be pretty popular. Esteban Loaiza started an All-Star game. And Jose Abreu. Steve Finley hits these teams. Vladimir Guerrero. Get the right one. And Tim Salmon. Is that the only one, though? No, there's others. 50 seconds. Maybe 51 seconds. I guess there's three, but that kind of gives it away. Trout, obviously. So we'll see if for the Angels Rookie of the Year, be interesting to see if I can come up with the one. I know Salmon was the first one, and obviously Trout won Rookie of the Year in 2012. I think he was barely a rookie. I think he had like 140, like three plate appearances, and he was on the team roster for 44 games or something like that in 2011. So he was just barely a rookie. Almost wins MVP. On that, I mean, yeah, I guess Jose Abreu's a real popular one there. Nothing else too nutty. With a lot of medium popular people, it looks like. All right, stop share, start share, find my Chrome one, previous grids, scrolling all the way down to 21. All right. So now we're just going for low rarity score. Low rarity score. All right. So some other rookies of the year include Rafael Furcal, Craig Kimbrell. See if I can come up. Walt Weiss is I think a pretty good all-star there. Um, let's see. I believe it's Darren Ersted. I can never spell his name correctly, but he does play for both of these teams. So he goes 0.3. Also would have obviously worked down here. That means he's not being used there, but then we have to come up with someone. That might be a little bit tricky actually. Eddie Matthews works here. Anyone else kind of sneak in and out of Houston or Atlanta? I guess Eddie Matthews was just in Houston for like half a season. Vinny Castillo works. Where to go with that? Kenny Lofton works. Eddie Matthews does, actually. Keep in mind, this is before these grids were. You've been able to binge play them for a little while now, but when these grids originally came out, there was no rarity score, so it's possible people weren't necessarily going for the lowest one they could get at the time. I don't know how many rookies of the year there or all-stars. Sorry, I'm mixing categories. Let me just make sure. So all-star Walt Weiss was an all-star for the Atlanta Braves in 1998. I distinctly remember that because I think it was his first all-star game. He goes .2. Um, let's see how Furcall does. 6%, which I think is the same as Justice. And let's see how. I'm trying to think, but Ozzie Guillen is the name that is coming to my mind. Takes 25%, which is less than Jose Abreu, but there were other choices. So maybe I should have done what I'm about to do here, which is try to just name rookies of the year. Because Tim Salmon is 1993, Mike Trout is 2012. Anyone after Trout, I think I'm going to struggle with. Well, I mean, Jose Abreu was after Trout, and there's probably others that I can name, but people have played for the Angels because it's not like they've had a lot of bright spots as far as young talent. Oh, Shohei, that was the other one. That answered my own. So I'm just gonna play Salmon again. There's three choices. They're Trout, Salmon, and Shohei. I already had that sort of revealed. Salmon's gonna be the lowest, so I'm just gonna play him. Takes 11% again, no surprise. Wonder why? I guess I just came up with him because I knew he was the first Angel to ever win Rookie of the Year because it said it on a baseball card of his. All right, All-Star for the White Sox. Let's see. You could go a few different directions with this. Figure Frank Thomas pretty much has the 90s covered. Not sure how prolific an all-star Harold Baines was, if he was making the team at all. Sure, Lewis. Oh, well, the all-star game goes all the way back to the 30s, so Al Simmons works. Luke Appling is going to work. Let's go Luke Appling. Takes a half. Rarity score is kind of, it's already kind of shot here. These guys are up over 40%. I'm gonna bank that Dean Chance was an all-star the year he broke Sandy Koufax's Cy Young streak. Would have been weird if he wasn't. And then say I used Finley, right? So who are some other folks that'll work in here? Does Caminiti work? No, he played for the Rangers. I don't think he ever played for the Angels. Man, yeah, this is a weird one. Finley is probably who I would go with. Um, and I'm trying to think if I've even got another name like stashed in the back of my mind for this one. No on Alou, Everett, Berkman, Bell, Biggio Bagwell, obviously. Brad Ausmus, maybe. Jose Molina, I don't really remember. Martin Maldonado, did he play for the Angels? He played for the Brewers. I think actually he's been playing for the Astros since leaving the Brewers. I don't want to play that one. Um, man. Oh, Nolan Ryan. That's going to be a really popular one. Don't want to play that though. So I should have gone Nolan Ryan, and then I could have just played Steve Finley for 1% or whatever. Um, I don't want to spend all day on this one. I don't know why I'm having such a block here. Maybe just because there's not a ton of choices. Greinke will work. Greinke only played a half season for the Angels. I wonder how popular that makes him as an Astro. 9%, way too popular. What's a good one I could have gone with besides Finley? Don Sutton could have gotten that. Ooh, Pat Borders. I was just looking at him the other day. He hits a lot of teams. I don't know if I was going to get this one. Like he hits all the AL Central teams, but not for any prominent amount of time, as well as the Blue Jays and Mariners, and I guess these couple teams. So he hits a lot of the AL West, AL Central, and the Blue Jays. Phil Nevin works. Actually, didn't realize Nevin played for the Angels. Oh wow, so Nevin kind of kicked around for a while before he was good. Jonathan VR, spot of my heart for him. All right. Well, interesting little round here. Um, not the lowest rarity score, but that's all right. I mean, this was going to be a buster anyway. I mean, there weren't that many. I guess there were 6 options for the White Sox. I probably chose the second highest one actually. Um, there were only 3 options. So there wasn't going to be a low one. I guess Shohei would have been in the 20s, so Salmon was the lowest. Um, Acuna, no surprise there. All right. Well, I'm going to call it there. Get this upload, and you all have a great rest of your day. Peace. Oops.